If you want to see if size 8 shoes really are 8 inches long, you might grab a ruler and use that ruler as your standard to test whether this is 8 inches as well. Wait, did I really get a foot long for $5? 12 inches? Yeah, it's a foot long. Much in the way you would use a ruler to measure something in space, you would use a normative theory to measure some action. Normative theories are the standards by which we could judge whether an action is good or bad, wrong or right, permissible or impermissible. A theory which is normative tells you what you should and should not do. We can do applied ethics when we pick a theory, a normative theory, and we use it to judge an actual activity and say, that act is bad. What she did was impermissible according to this standard. Normative ethics tells us the standards that there are to use to judge whether an action is a good action. Different normative theories tell you what you should and should not do using different rulers. They judge whether an action is permissible using a ruler that is sometimes incompatible with the ruler used by other normative theories, which also tell you what you should or should not do. Two examples of normative theories include deontology and utilitarianism. Both of those are normative theories that tell you what you should and should not do. They use different rulers. Deontologists only care about your intentions. Utilitarianism is a normative theory that tells you what you should and should not do. And the thing that you should do, always, is the thing that produces the greatest good for the greatest number. Produces, creates. We're talking about consequences. For utilitarianism, consequences matter. They matter most. They're the only thing that matters. Your intentions don't matter. That's a totally different and incompatible standard to use than deontology, which says your intentions matter. Your consequences don't. Your intentions are the only thing that matters. The consequences never matter. So which one is the right theory to use to judge? So when you're trying to figure out what you should do, should you look at your intentions? Should you look at somebody's intentions to see if they did the right thing? Or should you only look at the consequences? Is there a way that you could judge whether someone did the wrong thing by looking at both what they were trying to do in the first place and what actually happened? Each normative theory is going to tell you that they've got the answers. They've got the standard. They know how to judge what's right and wrong, what's permissible and impermissible, what's good and bad. If you want to compare normative theories to figure out which one's the right theory to use, you got to get into some meta-ethics. You might even do some applied ethics. But normative theories will leave you in the dark about whether they're right or wrong.